Hey everybody, it's Mr. May again. So we've created our Bitmoji Classroom, put in links and several other things. So what I'm going to show you now is this is one way of doing it, is I can run off of just one slide if I want to, but the problem is I have to change it every day. But I'm going to show you how to do this first, and then in the next video I'll show you a couple tips and tricks on how to create different backgrounds and templates and stuff like that, so you only have to change certain things. You don't have to change the classroom for every day. But for right now, you want your kids to see this. So you want them to see it in second grade language arts is what I have on my Schoology page as one of my classes. So let's say I want this not to necessarily be for this, but it could go into, if it's my morning message, it could go into social studies. It could go into my digital class if I chose to have it in there. But I'm just going to put it in the language arts section right now, since I put like my links were Starfall and a couple other things. So I'm going to go into my Bitmoji Classroom on Google Slides. What I'm going to do is I want to insert the Google slide into Schoology. So what I'm going to do is at first I need to save it. So I have let's pretend I have everything I need here. I have all my links, everything that the kids are going to do for today. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say File, and I want to download it. And what I want to do is when I want to download it as a PDF, because I don't want my kids to be able to control any of this stuff. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to download it as a PDF document. You can see it downloads here at the bottom. I don't have it saved as anything up here. It could be Mr. May's Bitmoji Classroom, our virtual classroom, however you want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I have it downloaded here. So here's my Bitmoji Classroom downloaded as a PDF. So I want to download and I want to save it, and I'll just save it to my desktop as Mr. Mr. May's Virtual Classroom, VC Virtual Classroom, and I'll save it to my desktop. Now what I want to do is, and remember, if I'm confused, if I'm going too fast or speaking too fast, just to always pause the video and rewind and go back and do the next steps. But I'm trying to make these as short as possible for you. So as I have this in my PDF, I can go ahead and get out of this if I want to. I'm going to go to my second grade language arts classroom, and I want to insert that Bitmoji Classroom into this, so that's what they see. So I'm going to go in and I can add all kinds of things, assignment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I am going to add a file, because the PDF is a file. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to insert that file. Yep, I want to insert a file. I could even link it to the page if I want to, but file's a little bit easier because we don't want them to mess with anything. So I go in and I'll go to my desktop, and here's Mr. May's Virtual Classroom. Double click on it, and I want to add it in. And you could have them go to this every morning, even if you're in the virtual classroom. You could let them know by the time they get in there that, hey, Mr. May's morning message. And that's the only time I use the Bitmoji Classroom, is for the morning message. But in this case, I'm using it for every subject, for everything that they're going through. So the students will go in under the student view, and they'll click on Mr. May's Virtual Classroom. So they click on it. You can see the PDF here. It should even pop up here as a preview, and it should load the document automatically for them since it's in PDF form. And you can see it pops up, and it takes a minute because it's running through Schoology, but it pops up my virtual classroom. Yes, my cat in the hat thing is messed up a little bit just because of the download, but some of that can be fixed on your end. But as you can see, they can't move any of these elements around. However, they can go over the top of it and see how all of a sudden it goes from the grabbing hand to the pointer hand. They can click on this. All right, hey, good morning. Your first assignment is today's, and they click on it, and it goes to extra math. They can click on the numbers. Boom, it takes them to Starfall because we made all those links. I could even go in, click on Cat in the Hat, and it takes them to a YouTube video of someone reading Cat in the